What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? That's exactly what viewers witnessed when Chuck Norris appeared on The View to discuss his charity work, only to find himself locked in a fiery exchange with co-host Joy Behar. What was expected to be a routine promotional interview spiraled into one of the most intense moments in daytime TV history. The clash became so heated, security had to intervene and the person escorted off the set wasn't the one anyone anticipated. The morning began calmly at the View studios. Chuck Norris, calm and composed, arrived early to promote his work supporting veterans, a cause close to his heart. With decades of experience in Hollywood and philanthropy, he anticipated a warm segment. But Joy Behar had a different plan. As Chuck settled into his seat, Joy leaned in with her signature smirk. "So, Chuck," she said with feigned sweetness, "I hope you're ready for real questions today, not just the usual fluff." Chuck, unfazed, replied, "I'm always ready for real questions, Joy." Whoopi Goldberg began the segment with a warm introduction, but before she could finish, Joy pounced. "Don't you think it's hypocritical to make millions glorifying violence in film and then turn around and champion mental health for veterans?" A tense silence gripped the studio. Chuck responded evenly, "Joy, you're mischaracterizing my work. I've supported veterans for years, and my films promoted justice and protection of the innocent and not senseless violence." Joy rolled her eyes. "Oh please, Walker, Texas Ranger was a weekly advertisement for toxic masculinity. You solved everything with your fists." Chuck's calm began to crack. "That show tackled real issues: domestic abuse, addiction, corruption, and always with an emphasis on personal responsibility and family values." "Family values?" Joy laughed mockingly. "You mean the kind where the man fights while the women wait in the background?" Sarah Haynes attempted to redirect the conversation toward Chuck's charity work, but Joy wasn't finished. She criticized Chuck's political stances, claiming he pushed simplistic, macho solutions to complex problems. Chuck leaned forward, voice tight with restraint. "I've spent my life teaching discipline, not domination. My work with veterans comes from a place of service. Attack me if you want to, but don't question my commitment to them." Joy shot back with more aggression. "I'm not attacking you. I'm questioning the message you've promoted for decades, so that violence is the solution. That's dangerous." Chuck replied firmly, "You're acting like a bully. I came to talk about real help for real people. Instead, you're trying to score points at my expense." The studio grew visibly tense. Some audience members murmured support for Chuck's words. Joy doubled down, accusing Chuck of hypocrisy, supporting politicians who she claimed undermined veteran programs. Chuck, now visibly frustrated, said coldly, "You don't know what you're talking about. I work across the political spectrum. Veterans' needs aren't partisan." Joy scoffed. "You're pretending to be a saint while cashing in on violent fantasy." "At least I'm honest about who I am." Chuck, calm but intense, replied, "You invited me here to discuss helping veterans. Instead, you ambushed me for ratings. That's not journalism. That's cruelty." Whoopi tried to regain control, but Joy was on a tirade, claiming Chuck's on-screen persona had harmed young men's understanding of masculinity. Chuck had enough. "Joy, you're twisting everything I've stood for. Martial arts is about control and respect. If you can't see that, you're either willfully ignorant or just dishonest." Joy snapped. "I've been fighting for what's right long before you were pretending to be a hero in Hollywood." Chuck responded, "Lady, I've quietly donated more to veteran causes than you've likely made in your entire career." Joy erupted. "Don't lecture me. I've used my platform to speak for the voiceless since before you were roundhouse kicking fake bad guys." Chuck, stunned, said, "You're proving right now that some villains are real, and they sit behind talk show desks." The confrontation escalated until Chuck stood, removing his microphone. "We're done here," he said. "I came here in good faith, but I won't be part of this circus." Joy leapt to her feet, shouting, "You don't get to storm off when someone challenges your image. Sit down." Chuck turned slowly. "I'm not one of your usual guests. I came here as a courtesy, and I'm leaving the same way." Joy, livid, accused him of being a fragile ego who couldn't handle tough questions. "This isn't about gender," Chuck replied. "It's about decency and you've shown none." Joy barked, "A bully uses strength to intimidate." "That's you, not me," Chuck replied sharply. "A bully uses their platform to tear others down while pretending to stand for something noble. That's what you've done here." When Joy insulted Chuck as a washed-up action star, he finally snapped. "I've built schools, funded programs, mentored young people. What have you done besides sit here tearing people down?" "I fought for civil rights and challenged authority," Joy yelled. "Unlike you, I don't need to punch people to make a point." "Neither do I," Chuck replied. "But I'm starting to understand why some people might want to." Gasps erupted in the studio. Joy seized on the remark. "There it is. Threats. The real Chuck Norris." "I didn't threaten anyone," Chuck said firmly. "You're twisting my words." So again, as Joy kept shouting, Chuck made it clear he was done. "You want a villain? Fine. But I won't stand here while you twist the truth and insult everyone who's trying to do real good." He began removing his mic again. Joy yelled, "You don't get to walk away." Chuck turned one last time. "This is The View, not the Joy Behar Show. And you don't get to hold me hostage because you're having a bad day." Joy called him a coward who couldn't handle criticism. Chuck, no longer holding back, replied, "You haven't offered criticism. You've hurled insults and lies. That's not journalism, it's character assassination." Joy screamed, "You don't have any character to assassinate." Chuck looked at her with finality. "You've made your choice. I hope you're proud of what you've shown the world today." And with that, Chuck Norris walked off set. The audience remained stunned in silence as producers scrambled to cut to commercial. What was meant to be a feel-good segment about charity had turned into a full-blown media spectacle, one that would dominate headlines, ignite debates, and forever be remembered as one of the most explosive interviews in talk show history.